I opened the book to the page on extracting Meryl. "Stand the bone on one end and split it with a cleaver," wrote Julia Child, sounding ever so confident and blithe. I could think of one possible wrinkle right off the bat, which was that I had no cleaver. My largest knife was a carving one, with a serrated edge, probably 9 inches long, with a blade about 1.5 inches at its widest point. I'd always thought it a rather grand, daunting sort of a knife, but after one whack, I could see it was not nearly tool enough for the job. "Julia must have the strength of 10 secretaries," I muttered. "She should have been a crusader. She'd have been hell at dispatching infidels. Split it with a cleaver, my ass." For a moment, my husband Eric and my brother Heathcliff stood over the bone in silence. "Do you have a jigsaw?" Heathcliff asked. For 20 minutes, the two of them went back and forth with the saw Eric had dug out of the hall closet until both of them were dripping with sweat. They managed to cut into the thing about 1 inch. "Hell, give it to me," I said. I threw the bone into some simmering water on the stove. This felt wrong, like Julia would not approve, but I just didn't know what else to do. I souped the bone out of the pot after a few minutes and went after it again, this time with my very smallest knife, a paring one. Slowly, painfully, I wormed my way into the interior. A passing metaphor to explorers of the deep wilds of Africa does not seem to me out of place here. There was a definite heart of darkness quality to this. How much more interior can you get, after all, than the interior of bones? It's the center of things. If it were a memory, it would be your first one, the one that has made you who you are. So there I was, scooping out the center of things, thinking mostly that it was some nasty shit. When the steaks were done, I put them on a plate and stirred the marrow into the buttery pan juices. Then I dolloped a spoonful of the marrow sauce onto each steak, and dinner was served. If I had thought the beef marrow might be a hell of a lot of work for not much difference, I needn't have worried. The taste of marrow is rich, meaty, intense in a nearly too much way. In my increasingly depraved state, I could think of nothing at first but that it tasted like really good sex. But there was something more than that even. What it really tastes like is life well lived.